Assalamu alaikum, Mutahir. How are you?
सॉरी मुझे देर हो गई।
कोई बात नहीं।
अ,
How are you?
मैं असल में एक कॉल से दूसरी कॉल पे आया और आपका नंबर नहीं था, वरना मैं आपको हेड्स अप के लिए मैसेज कर देता। वो लिंक्डइन मेरे मोबाइल में नहीं पड़ा था।
नहीं नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। और सब खैरियत है?
अल्लाह का शुक्र, आप फरमाएं।
बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक। अच्छा, so we'll begin this, Mutahir, then. All right.
हम्म,
Now, just to introduce, just to give a bit of an intro over here, we know
हम्म,
that Pakistan's ecosystem is quickly evolving. There's some
हम्म,
news every day. Even
हम्म,
today, there's news of funding for an edtech startup, which
बिल्कुल।
started like 2 3 months ago. Now,
हम्म,
this startup talks is about actually building a more enabling, sort of like a support system which helps the ecosystem at large. Because I'm myself a mentor as well, and a lot of people do reach out to me and for support and advice and the kind of feedback I was getting. So I thought,
हम्म,
rather than going to everybody individually, why not have
हम्म,
a sort of like a platform? It doesn't cost anybody anything, right?
हम्म,
Why not have a platform where everybody can put up their questions? If there are startups, they can come up
हम्म,
and make their
हम्म,
presentations, because a lot of startups, they don't make it to incubation centers, right?
हम्म,
There's a bit of a stigma as well regarding educational background and Wapistanis and
हम्म,
all,
हम्म, हम्म,
right? So, to get the momentum going, I thought it best to get a journalistic view. I've been reading your write-ups and Dawn as well. You post there weekly. So, to start with, can you tell us a bit about yourself first?
Sure. So basically, I myself have an economics and finance background. So I joined Dawn काफी अर्से पहले, I think 2018 के अंदर मैंने Dawn ज्वाइन किया था।
Mhm.
Still very fresh out of university, or I didn't really have as much like interest in tech as such at that time, but an opportunity opened up to write about startups. My editor, Khurram Hussain, he proposed, okay, why don't you bring like 3 4 startups? We'll start a branded column name. Naam to decide nahi hota, and then you can write about one every week. You can profile one startup every week, and this is how it started. I started writing about one one startup every week. It was called Tech Talk. Sunday को छपता था वो
Yeah.
business pages में.
Yeah.
Over the next 2.5 years, I wrote about 125 unique startups,
Mhm.
and eventually, then I started write at the same time I started writing like overall industry-oriented pieces, not just startup profiles,
Mhm.
which are still published every Monday for the weekly pages, the Monday pages.
Uh-huh.
Then उसके अलावा I think October last year, October में I left on
Mhm.
full time. So उससे पहले I used to work there full time. Then I joined this financial data portal called Metis Global, which was a startup as well.
Uh-huh.
Similar to what Bloomberg does for international markets, we are doing for
Mhm.
पाकिस्तान। तो
Okay.
पाकिस्तान सारा एसेट क्लासेस का डेटा, और उसके साथ साथ आई ट्राई टू कीप क्लोज आई ऑन द स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम।
Okay.
दिस इज बेसिकली।
Okay, thank you. So you've been doing it for quite some time now, a couple of years, I think, right?
हम्म,
From what I gather. So you've been associated with the ecosystem. You've seen how it evolved and everything. Because for me, a business, any kind of business, even if somebody puts up a chole wala stall on the roadside,
हम्म,
that is also a startup, right?
हम्म,
It's all a matter of interpretation, how anybody interprets it.
हम्म।
So, to get a journalistic view, since you've been at it for so long, what do
हम्म।
you think? What's the history been like for the ecosystem?
अच्छा, तो फॉर द इकोसिस्टम आई थिंक एज अ होल अगर हम बात करते हैं, इट स्टार्टेड अराउंड आई वुड से 2014 इश, 20 लाइक बहुत अर्ली इसकी सीड्स 2014 इश। वन ऑफ द अर्ली स्टार्टअप्स दैट आई नो, लाइक एक तो उससे पहले अगर हम जाएंगे तो वी हैव रॉकेट इंटरनेट फंडेड वेंचर्स। तो अगर हम उसे लोकली होम ग्रोन के अंदर हम शामिल नहीं कर सकते, राइट? तो अगर हम 2013 के एंड में, आई थिंक दवाई वाज वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट स्टार्टअप्स। उससे पहले भी थे, देयर वर फ्यू। रीडर्स क्लब, अगर आप वाकिफ हैं, रीडर्स क्लब वाज वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट फ्यू ऑनलाइन बिजनेसेस दैट वी सॉ। जमीन ऑब्वियसली बहुत पहले चला जाएगा, जमीन और पार्कवीज। तो बट 2014-15 के आसपास कुछ प्लेयर्स आना शुरू हो गए थे। लॉट ऑफ देम वर स्टिल ऑन डिमांड प्लेयर्स, basically companies that were trying to solve day-to-day problems of an average urban citizen, right? तो Sukoon.com comes to mind. Sukoon क्या करता था, आपको घर में प्लम्बर चाहिए, आपको इलेक्ट्रिशियन चाहिए, you can just get it online, आपको कोई और जहमत नहीं करनी पड़ेगी। इसी तरीके से थोड़े बहुत और थे, नेस्ट से बहुत सारे निकलते थे। स्मार्ट चॉइस भी शुरू के अंदर आया था। तो अगेन फोकस ये था, इट वाज एन एवरेज अर्बन सिटीजन जिसकी रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी आसान करनी है, उस वक्त फोकस ये होता था। कंज्यूमर ओरिएंटेड स्टार्टअप्स थे, इंक्यूबेटर्स में बहुत सारे होते थे, और हमारे पास वी हैड सम फिनटेक्स एज वेल, बट उस वक्त कोई रेगुलेटरी रेजिम नहीं था। तो इट वाज अगेन वेरी बेसिक, everyone was trying to figure out something, investment बहुत कम थी, there were few in startups that raised reasonable rounds, such as Cheetah or Dawai had some money, then I think Slide App, Predictify, Me, इन दोनों ने कुछ थोड़ा बहुत पैसा उठाया हुआ था, but these were few and far in between. Baikia had some money, even though they never disclosed the amount, but they had raised some money in 2016. But और 2018 तक मोर और लेस ये ट्रेंड चलता रहा,
राइट।
2019 के भी अर्ली उसमें हम ये कह सकते हैं। 2020 के अंदर ट्रेंड थोड़ा सा बदलना शुरू हुआ। 2019 के अंदर बाइकिया ने ही पैसा उठाया था मेजर, इफ आई एम राइट, और शायद चीते ने। तो चीते, इफ आई एम
करीम वाज देयर।
हाँ, करीम था, बट करीम को मैं प्योरली पाकिस्तानी हम गिन नहीं सकते, तो इस वजह से मैं करीम को अक्सर उसमें से निकाल देता हूँ। करीम फॉर लीगल पर्पसेस was not Pakistani, and even for investment purposes it wasn't Pakistani, right?
Yeah.
Even Kareem obviously Kareem has an outsized role, has had an outsized role in terms of developing the ecosystem, but how do we measure that? That becomes a more challenging question. Right. तो करीम का ये था कि obviously अभी भी जितना भी talent बहुत सारा senior positions में है, most of them are ex-Kareemers, right? Yeah. So be it Daraz का marketplace head, या be it Noon Academy में some senior executive, or be it Truckit के founders or Bazaar का co-founder, they're all ex-Kareemers. So the spillover effects have been huge, but वो Kareem itself was, again हम उसको पाकिस्तानी स्टार्टअप्स में शामिल नहीं कर सकते। मगर फिर 2020 में ये होना शुरू हुआ कि 2019 तक पाकिस्तान में जो बड़े स्टार्टअप्स थे, they were mostly transport and logistics startups. Transport and logistics was the hottest space, thanks to the likes of Baikia and Cheetah, basically. So Kareem was, I'm again not counting it as a Pakistani startup. So Baikia and Cheetah were, in terms of investment, in terms of scale, they were both transport and logistics. Then 2020, even 2019 के अंदर Airlift came in, which again was a transport and logistics startup, which raised the biggest Series A at that time, $12 million नवंबर में अनाउंस किए थे 2019 के। तो transport single-handedly occupied, I think, almost 2/5 of the funding.
Yeah.
Right, and I think 1/6 or 1/5 of the deal count as well. Yeah. So I think 6 of the 28 deals in 2019 were in the transport sector.
But
2020.
I'm sorry to cut you off here. You're right about Kareem and everything. Now, just to keep this interactive a little bit, I myself, when I graduated, because I don't call myself a Wapistani, but I fall into that category. In late 90s, banking industry in Pakistan was booming like anything. There were banks popping up. There was an era of privatization as well,
Hmm.
even during President Musharraf's time. And at that time, Pakistan had Citibank, and most
Hmm.
of the bankers, Citibank was considered a school for banking
Hmm.
industry in Pakistan.
Hmm.
If you
Hmm.
go and ask the old veterans, even
Hmm.
Nadeem Hussain Saab from
बिल्कुल
Planet,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
he will second my opinion that Citibank was
Hmm.
a school. So I feel that Kareem has been a school for startup founders, right? There's no doubt about that, and
Hmm.
people learn from there, and that actually created a very enabling environment for startups to flourish. Even I know for a fact that even now, Mudassar Shekha, the founder, he's also
Hmm.
supported quite a few startups as an angel as well.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, Kareem did play important role, though maybe from outside the uh, immediate Pakistani spectrum, but since they were a big part of the market, so they did play.
एब्सोल्युटली एब्सोल्युटली. I mean, दो चीजों में करीम, मैं मेरी नजर में दो चीजों में करीम ने एक बहुत बड़ा किरदार अदा किया है. नंबर वन इज द टैलेंट स्पिल ओवर, राइट?
Yeah,
तो
absolutely.
दूसरी चीज ये थी कि उससे पहले पाकिस्तान के अंदर भी some big tech companies were not Pakistan oriented.
Mm-hmm.
They were export oriented tech companies. So Kareem was one of the major first tech oriented company that had operations around all across Pakistan, right? So it familiarized people, it familiarized like not only the workforce but also the population at large with what a tech company is supposed to be like. It was the first major tech player in Pakistan operating in Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
So the culture was very much tech, very similar to what you see around the globe.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the culture at what you see at a software house, for example.
Yeah.
So it for example, Slack use कर रहे होंगे करीम के अंदर सारे
Mm-hmm.
the access to global international software that they were using,
Mm-hmm.
and that trained a workforce that was very much on par with any tech hub.
Yeah.
And that in my view was the main difference. Kareem ki, it had a very employee centric culture.
Mm-hmm.
Or obviously the money they invested, Kareem invested some $85 million odd over its existence in Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
That spillover, there's something what I call cost of building the market.
Yeah.
So even though Kareem has never really achieved profitability, we don't know their numbers in Pakistan,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure they haven't achieved profitability here as well. But there's a cost to building the ecosystem.
Yeah.
So Kareem's $85 million helped laid the seeds for the future money that's to come, right? And basically established Pakistan as one of the major volumetric markets on the investors' radar.
One other
उससे
thing.
पहले तो Pakistan was not a market as such.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to add on to that, uh, before them there was no there was no classification of of a startup ecosystem as such back then, right? People did not have any idea. There were businesses, of course, they still exist today. They're all traditional businesses, but they did not nobody knew how startups operated. What's the environment in any kind of startup? Secondly,
Absolutely.
every startup is reliant on funding, whether it's local or international venture funding, and whenever there's funding involved, the investor wants to see returns as quickly as possible, either in the shape of profits or in the shape of getting returns on his capital, right? To maybe exits or something.
Exactly.
So, Kareem, I think that way also helped the ecosystem quite a bit to for people to educate people what is a hyper growth environment in a startup. right?
Absolutely, absolutely. तो उससे पहले obviously there was no case, as you mentioned, there was no case of top line driven VC funded growth of a tech company before. So Kareem was the first company that really pursued that model in Pakistan.
Right.
Kareem की major volume पाकिस्तान से आ रही होती थी. Pakistan was the biggest volume market in terms of rides.
Right.
Volume value के अंदर तो obviously we were behind Saudi, UAE, maybe even Egypt. I don't know about the Egypt thing, but Egypt के अंदर निस्बतन बेहतर होगी volume value.
The tech team was also based out of Pakistan.
हाँ, the first line of code was written in Dilkusha Forum in Tariq Road.
Yeah.
तो वो तो उसकी वजह से exactly तो उसकी वजह से होता ये था कि अर्ली टैलेंट को भी मोबिलिटी का एक एस्पेक्ट होता है, जिसकी वजह से इंडिया के अंदर हम लोगों ने ये देखा है शुरू से कि यूएस जाता रहता है टैलेंट. 4 साल 5 साल इंडिया में काम किया और उसके बाद H1B पे यूएस चले गए. This is the kind of environment. One of my seniors from school, I think he is currently at the Berlin office of Kareem. He was one of the star employees, star engineers in Karachi office, and he moved to Berlin for job, which is not a route that many Pakistanis have had in the past few years. We have seen it happen at Unilever or P&G or maybe Philips or some engineering companies, but tech के अंदर that mobility has been limited, right?
Yeah.
तो क्योंकि टेक के अंदर कोई इतनी बड़ी कंपनी नहीं थी, हमारे पास सिस्टम्स लिमिटेड है, बस सिस्टम्स ही है, मतलब या उसके अलावा कोई ऐसा हो नहीं रहा था.
Right.
तो या
So moving on, that's the history part of it. Of course, we read every day in the newspapers. There's news coming in from left, right, and center. Where does the ecosystem stand today, in your view, and
अच्छा,
what's the outlook like?
आउटलुक अभी मतलब I think it's the best that has ever been, right? तो इस वक्त इस ज्यादा बुलिश मार्केट कोई हमने नहीं देखी है पाकिस्तान की इकोसिस्टम के अंदर. I mean, I wasn't obviously I wasn't there, but जिस तरह आपने 90s का जिक्र किया था, 91 से 95 की जो IPO बूम था, this funding market resembles that, in my opinion. Right? So this is the kind of कोई भी आ जाएगा and there will be money available because investors are looking to invest, that they have dry powder and they are looking to take their bets, right? So as far as the funding is concerned, there is definitely, I mean, the most scope there has ever been. दूसरा सवाल ये आता है कि अच्छा, एक दूसरी चीज एक और आती है, अब फोकस बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गया है B2B साइड पे. तो पाकिस्तान के the consumer is not as big a focus as it was once upon a time. You can take बाजार, जिसने I think इस साल कुछ $36.5 million रेज किए total, Tajir with $17 million, then Dastagir, Jugnu, Retailo, like all of these startups have combined, I think, raised $67 million. Again, all B2B startups. And marketplaces. Then उसके बाद B2B के अंदर we have also seen credit book, DigiKhata raised $1 million+ rounds. Udhar has been a part of Y Combinator. So I mean, it's their funding announcement is only a matter of time, honestly. जिस हिसाब से Y Combinator startups raise funding. So then M Khata has raised a small seed round. So Easy Khata is owned by Bazaar, so it's a Bazaar's product. So they have put money in the kitty. So this is another growing vertical. Then trucking space has boomed. We saw seed $10 million seed round by Bridgelinks. उससे पहले we saw Truckitin extend its pre-seed from $1.5 million to $4.5 million. Then very early on,
even
TruckShare got acquired. So Trucker is very bullish on Pakistani market. हम confidently कह सकते हैं.
And all this is happened in the past 2 months. All of this
exactly. So B2B space के अंदर there has been lots of traction. Consumer oriented में Airlift obviously has an outsized importance in terms of funding. But I think अब next stage is obviously scale. तो अभी तक हम लोगों को scale as such नहीं दिख रहा. मुझे जिस एक वर्टिकल जिसके अंदर स्केल बहुत नजर आ रहा है, और आई एम यूजिंग अ वेरी वेरी क्रूड मेट्रिक फॉर दैट, app installs is ledger apps, मगर ledger apps की growth has been phenomenal. So easy khata for example was launched in what, February of 2021, and they've crossed million plus installs in August. So it's very aggressive. उसके अलावा जो हमारे पास फिनटेक के अंदर पैसा आना शुरू हो गया है, बट फिनटेक के अंदर अभी तक एक्टिविटी नहीं आना शुरू हुई, क्योंकि अभी लिटरली पिछले 2 हफ्ते के अंदर नया पे और फिंजा को अप्रूवल्स मिले हैं कमर्शियल के लिए। उससे पहले कोई कमर्शियल ऑपरेशंस के अप्रूवल नहीं थे, तो देयर वाज ऑब्वियसली देयर वाज नो ट्रैक्शन एज सच। देयर वाज फिनटेक के अंदर ये मसला है क्योंकि द रेगुलेटरी साइकिल इज सो लॉन्ग दैट फंड देयर आई थिंक कहीं कुछ नहीं तो फंडिंग और ऑपरेशंस के बीच में 1.5 साल का लैग होता है। तो आई थिंक फिनटेक के अंदर, फिनटेक में ऑब्वियसली देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ हाइप, बट वी आर येट टू सी a sustainable model, or even a model for that matter, not even a sustainable, like we are yet to see like some traction in fintech. Lending is another vertical जहाँ पे अब पैसा आना शुरू हुआ है। वो lending BNPL में हो सकती है, वो lending SMEs में हो सकती है, वो lending किसी और वर्टिकल में हो सकती है, बट अगेन ट्रैक्शन पाकिस्तानी स्टार्टअप्स में उस हद तक नहीं आई है। तो which is obviously the next step, क्योंकि फॉलो ऑन राउंड्स में अर्ली स्टेज में तो you can use your credentials like a fancy university or a stint at a management consulting firm or an investment bank. You can use those credentials to get pre-seed or seed money. मगर वो सीरीज बी के आते आते you need to show numbers. वो numbers जो है पाकिस्तान में, उसमें एक मसला आता है, एक वो फंडामेंटल फ्लॉ पाकिस्तानी मार्केट का ये है कि there is no affordability.
There's quite a bit of a lack of data accumulation, data interpretation, and how to use that data, because for an investor that is the primary important thing to see is some sort of data, some sort of traction. That only comes through data.
अभी तक जो मुझे लग रहा है, क्योंकि अभी तक इतनी अर्ली स्टेज डील्स हो रही हैं कि अभी तक डेटा के ऊपर एज सच बात नहीं गई है। अभी जो इन्वेस्टमेंट आ रही है फ्रॉम व्हाट आई हैव नोटिस्ड इज द मनी इज कमिंग बेस्ड ऑन मैक्रो नंबर्स rather than the micro, the fundamentals of the business. अभी तक पैसा ज्यादातर मैक्रो के ऊपर आ रहा है। this is the population dividend, this is that, right? मगर उसके साथ एक थोड़ा सा रिस्क ये होता है कि हमने पाकिस्तान के अंदर 2-3 चीजें देखी हैं। एक तो नंबर 1, अगर आप VC फंडेड स्टार्टअप लेकर आ रहे हैं तो ऑब्वियसली यू आर कमिंग ऑन द होप्स के आप एक अरसे तक डिस्काउंट देंगे कस्टमर को, और एक दफा मार्केट मैच्योर हो जाएगी तो फिर आप डिस्काउंट फेज आउट कर देंगे एंड यू विल हैव अ डोमिनेंट पोजीशन इन द मार्केट, राइट? बट इफ वी सॉ दैट if Careem is a case study, then it didn't materialize, right? तो जैसे ही करीम के डिस्काउंट्स कम होना शुरू हुए, वॉल्यूम साथ साथ श्रिंक होना शुरू हो गया। अगर आज करीम बुक करने बैठते हैं तो स्ट्रगल even on your second go, and this in the central, do we have the population with the kind of affordability which is not going after discounts? This is the problem that Cheetah has been, Ahmed Khan of Cheetah has been identifying for quite some time. Muneeb of Baikia, he has talked about as well. Pakistan is essentially a discount driven market. Right. आप जिस दिन डिस्काउंट्स लेकर हटा देते हैं उस दिन मार्केट आपकी वॉल्यूम्स कम होना शुरू हो जाती हैं। तो इस उम्मीद के साथ अगर VCs या फाउंडर्स इस उम्मीद के साथ आ रहे हैं कि डिस्काउंट अगले 2 साल देंगे और एक दफा डिस्काउंट देके उनको आदी बना लेंगे, आई डोंट थिंक दैट इज हैपनिंग। क्योंकि आपकी डिस्काउंट आप हटा देंगे, वॉल्यूम्स या तो श्रिंक हो जाएंगी, लोग वापस करीम में वापस रिक्शा की तरफ चले गए, या आप किसी और में कहेंगे, आप ई कॉमर्स में कहेंगे तो वो लोग वापस दुकानों पे चले जाएंगे। तो वो टिकेंगे नहीं, इतना अर्सा टिकते नहीं हैं। अफोर्डेबिलिटी इज द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम, एंड व्हाई शुडंट इट बी? We have seen Pakistan's economic cycles fluctuating, right? तो वो तो होना ही है लाजमी। तो
Now,
उसके साथ
absolutely,
क्या मसला?
I totally agree with you here. Now, since we're running short of time, so I want
हम्म,
to gather as much as we
हम्म,
can over here.
हम्म,
Now, of course,
हम्म,
the future is very bright. There's a lot happening. If there is any business, I advise people day in, day out that look,
हम्म,
if you are starting something, this is your time to raise funding
हम्म,
because a
हम्म,
startup's main barrier to growth is the funds that they need. Now,
हम्म,
the ecosystem, the whole ecosystem has some pain points as well. One
हम्म,
is the funding aspect, one is the
हम्म,
talent. If there is,
हम्म,
first of all, there's a lot of shortage of talent, and if somebody does get
हम्म,
someone on board, then there's
हम्म,
somebody else to snatch them away,
बिल्कुल.
like a full stack developer.
हम्म,
Then there is a bit of hype around all the startups being founded by investment bankers or people returning to
हम्म,
Pakistan. So
हम्म,
that is true. I mean, there are investment bankers, of course, who have invested in who have started most of the
हम्म,
businesses here, but there is a
हम्म,
lot more on the ground, I feel, and the explosion is yet to happen, in my opinion, because once the locally graduated guys, they start their businesses and they start to raise capital because they've also got wonderful ideas. And if you look at all these pain points and
हम्म,
the current development that is taking place, there's a lot of traction in e-commerce, in fintech, in
हम्म,
the B2B space.
हम्म,
Even
हम्म,
EdTech right now
हम्म,
is attracting a bit of
हम्म,
traction. So,
हम्म,
I know government has taken some policy decisions as well. Some have been, some failed, some were good. So, what do you think? What needs to be done? I know training is one, but not all startups invest on training.
हाँ, दैट्स एग्जैक्टली. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा मुझे लगता है कि जैसे करीम, मेरी नजरों में करीम की, आई लुक अप टू करीम was exactly because of this. They invested in their employees.
Very
So
fond of
if you,
Kareem, I see.
नहीं, I mean,
You're very fond.
नहीं, I mean, there's a good reason. They were the
Absolutely.
pioneers, right? So I mean, for example, if someone wanted to learn SQL, Kareem was willing to pay for their training,
Yeah.
right? If someone wanted to improve their Excel skills, Kareem was going to pay for that. तो इस तरह की चीजें जिसमें एक एम्प्लॉय सीखता है, उसी कैसे एक एम्प्लॉय सेंट्रिक कल्चर बनता है. तो आई डोंट नो फिलहाल किस हद तक है. मसला ये हो रहा है कि टेक के अंदर भी एक ट्रेनिंग का एस्पेक्ट अभी मिसिंग है, मुझे जितना लगता है, क्योंकि हमारे पास बहुत ही लिमिटेड पूल ऑफ फुल स्टैक डेवलपर्स है, स्पेशली मर्न के अंदर, जिसमें सबसे ज्यादा डिमांड बढ़ रही है.
Yeah.
तो क्या with the kind of money they have, maybe there is, I mean, वो बहुत क्लीशेड सी बात होती है, इंडस्ट्री एकेडमिया linkages, and it's been overused, but I think there's still some potential for startups to actually invest in that talent pool. मसला ये होता है कि अगर अभी इशू ये है कि the poaching issue that you mentioned, उसकी वजह से startups are not so, I mean, मेरा अपना वो है कि they are not as willing to invest in their employees because it's not worth it. वो साल डेढ़ साल से चलता नहीं है कोई भी टेक का बंदा.
Right.
So there's this risk, but obviously एक दफा talent pool थोड़ा सा आ जाएगा, तो maybe that issue will subside. मगर obviously the competition is global here, not just from Pakistan. तो हमें देखना है कि किस तरीके से. तो दूसरा इशू जो आई थिंक कोई रियलाइज नहीं कर रहा होता है, वो ये है कि अगेन हमारी इकोनॉमी, सबसे बड़ा मसला हमारी इकोनॉमी एट लार्ज है. टेक, आप सॉफ्टवेयर एक्सपोर्ट्स को तो, उस इकोनॉमी की साइकिल्स जो है सॉफ्टवेयर एक्सपोर्ट्स को तो ओवरराइड कर सकती हैं, लेकिन लोकली फोकस्ड बिजनेसेस जो हैं वो उसको ओवरराइड नहीं कर सकते. करीम के साथ क्या हुआ? करीम जब 2016 के अंदर आया था, इंटरेस्ट रेट 5.25% था, आई थिंक 2017-16 के अंदर 5.25% इंटरेस्ट रेट होता था, ऑब्वियसली गाड़ी लेना बड़ा आसान था, रुपी ओवर वैल्यूड था, तो ऑल ऑफ दीज फैक्टर्स वर इन फेवर, इसलिए से बहुत जल्दी बहुत बड़ी सप्लाई बिल्ड कर पाए, वो प्राइसेस भी कंपेटिटिव हो गई उनकी डिमांड साइड पे भी। मगर कम 2018 का मिड और वो रुपी क्रैश होना शुरू हुआ, इंटरेस्ट रेट 2019 में 13-25 पे पहुंच गया, तो सप्लाई भी कम हुई, गाड़ियों की पेमेंट्स के ऊपर आई एम श्योर डिफॉल्ट किया लोगों ने। डेटा अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे पास मैसर नहीं है, बट एनेक्डोटल एविडेंस डज सजेस्ट कि लोगों ने डिफॉल्ट किया है। तो ऑब्वियसली मैक्रो डायनेमिक्स चेंज द एंटायर थिंग फॉर करीम, right? So, and this is a risk that's inherent to every single startup that's focusing on Pakistan. तो आज जो है, अगर आप डॉलर में प्राइसिंग कर रहे हैं और आपकी डॉलर में प्राइसिंग पिछले 10 दिन के अंदर पिछले 3-4 मई से डॉलर जो है 15 रुपए बढ़ गया है, तो आपके पूरे डायनेमिक्स चेंज हो गए। ऑब्वियसली if you are the startups maybe don't realize that sure you are raising in dollars, but your consumers or your users are not earning in dollars, right? तो उनकी इन्फ्लेशन हमारी उसी ट्रैजेक्टरी पे जा रही है, the entire current account deficit is back, so that macro dynamics को हम अंडरस्टेट नहीं कर सकते, बहुत बड़ा रिस्क है इस वक्त किसी भी स्टार्टअप के लिए, because people are struggling to survive, the economy is not suitable। आप ठीक है, वो ग्रोथ का एक छोटा स्पर्ट आया, बट वो अपने क्रैक्स दिखाना शुरू कर चुका है। और अगर हमने 2018 की साइकिल में देखा तो वो क्रैक बहुत गहरा हो जाता है।
हाँ, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ ग्रोथ इज लिंक्ड टू ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेसेस। Startups have never been part of the growth equation at all. They never were. Now, since so many businesses are being formed, maybe in the next couple of years, we might see that startups might become part of that equation, of the growth equation, of the GDP calculator and everything.
Now, obviously, that's true. But uske liye phir I think obviously as a person, the number of people employed by startups, and by startups I mean startups focusing on Pakistan, not export-based companies. क्योंकि export-based companies में हमने वो IT हो या वो टेक्सटाइल हो, हमने एक ही चीज देखी है, पैसा सेठ के पास ही जा रहा होता है, स्पिल होके एम्प्लॉइज तक खास नहीं जाता है।
सेठ से क्योंकि सेठ को जो है वो अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट सबसे ज्यादा अजीज होती है, होनी भी चाहिए। Up now, since we've only got a couple of minutes left, I just would like you to address one key main issue for every startup across the board, that is funding. What's the funding outlook like in your opinion? There is of course there's a lot of gap within the Pakistani market as far as investors are concerned. Because over here, investment for people is only limited to either the stock market or if there's an SRO on auto imports, that capital is diverted to the auto sector or into real estate. Because startups, yes, it is risky, but where there's risk, there's high return. What do you think is the funding outlook like? And what should the investors in Pakistan, what needs to be done for them to be diverted into the ecosystem? Just a couple, only got like 4-5 minutes left. If you
say let me wrap it up very quickly. So I think जहाँ तक startup की investment, you mentioned obviously there are growing opportunities in Pakistan, but as far as the outlook is concerned, मेरा अपना नजरिया यही है, और I mean this is based on my discussions with the investment community as well and their founders. Number one, startups prefer from my experience, startups prefer going for foreign investors because number one, foreign investors have more money at their disposal and they are willing to get a smaller share for the same dollar value, right? So obviously हम अगले कुछ अरसे में जितने भी फंडिंग आएगी, मेजर शेयर फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स का ही होगा उसमें इन टर्म्स ऑफ डॉलर वैल्यू। ऑब्वियसली लोकल स्टार्टअप्स, लोकल फंड्स विल बी पार्टिसिपेटिंग, वो एक उनकी पार्टिसिपेशन होगी, बट राउंड्स लीड बाहर के इन्वेस्टर्स ही कर रहे होंगे। दिस इज वन थिंग, राइट? अच्छा, दूसरी चीज जहाँ पे लोकल मार्केट का रोल आता है, और यू मेंशन्ड PSX, राइट? आई फील के पाकिस्तान के अंदर एक तो ठीक है, हमारे पास बहुत सारे जो है typically VC driven consumer oriented startups हैं which are extremely overvalued. उनको हटा देते हैं, but there's a huge pipeline of software companies, export oriented software services and software as a service company, so SaaS companies as well, which are very much in which I mean, अगर हमने पिछले कुछ अरसे में देखा है कि नंबर 1 पाकिस्तान में IT कंपनीज की डिमांड PSX पे भी बहुत ऊपर हो गई है. सिस्टम्स इज ट्रेलिंग एट 45 price to earnings, right? The PE of 45, NetSol is I think 80 something. So Octopus Digital had oversubscription of 27x. So there is obviously a lot of demand from local investors for tech stocks. So that creates an opportunity for investment bankers to really go out in the market and pitch to software companies, software services companies and SaaS companies, product-based SaaS companies. जो कि अभी तक हमने कोई भी product-based company PSX पे लिस्ट होते हुए नहीं देखी है, and it doesn't seem कि वो आने वाली है. अभी भी if you go and read any analyst note by any brokerage, tech sector means export services exports. They can't think beyond that, right? So there's a need to identify that tech is more than just IT services exports. There's a strong product side to it. Product companies, the SaaS companies, they are very well suited for local market. वो ना इतनी overvalued होती हैं. They are sound businesses. They are businesses that turn in profits, the kind that PSX likes. तो उसको पिच करने की जरूरत है. दिस इज, और अगर उनको पिच करेंगे तो दैट विल क्रिएट एन एग्जिट पाइपलाइन फॉर टेक सेक्टर. और हमें एग्जिट पाइपलाइन की सबसे जरूरत है, क्योंकि जो भी आज पैसा उठा रहा है, जितने $1 million भी उठा रहा है, 5 million हो, 20 million हो, they eventually need to exit, and PSX is supposed to be the main exit route, right? To consolidate 1 से 2 startups कर लेंगे. One of them, let's say if there are 5 startups in every vertical, one will go and merge with a Middle Eastern player, for example, but the other 4 can't do that. The other 4 either need to become profitable by themselves, or they need to go list on the public market and become profitable with time. I mean, तो एक public markets को develop करने का एक रास्ता है, और उसका सबसे आसान तरीका ये है कि IT services की कंपनीज आना शुरू हो. सबसे पहले तो लिस्ट, और उसके बाद प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनीज आए, नॉट जस्ट एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड कंपनीज. तो ये मेरा एक वो है कि अभी ये पाइपलाइन कंप्लीटली मिसिंग है.
I mean there's one key takeaway from this discussion I can gather is there is quite a bit of room for training, whether it's for founders, whether it's for local investors, whether it's for developing tech talent. Now, since I think we've only got a minute to go, so I'll wrap it up here. I'm very grateful. Thank you for coming on to Startup Talks, and I wish I should have. I was really enjoying. I should have set up more time for it. Hopefully, maybe we can talk again sometime. I'll forward you a link to the video for the YouTube channel. If you wish, you can share it online. I'll definitely be doing it, because the target behind it is so that people get to know about the overall thing that is happening, the real bigger picture, before they jump into doing anything else. Okay.
Cool.
Thank you very much, Mutahir. Thank you very much for coming on. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Likewise. Thank you. Khudafez.
Khudafez.